tweets about pussy like she has one, like she's sure she's seen it shatter. Once a stained glass, once a portrait of a lady raining down on her like the walls of Notre Dame. Fat girl thinks her pussy looks better than anything Kanye West could have described, like it's worth more than a scratch on an overhyped record. Fat girl has seen it in the mirror, and not just the internet, knows its name and what country it comes from, which is to say that it belongs to nothing but the dirt. From the scorched brown earth, from the clenching of stomach and grin of a good woman, the kind that does not know her place. Fat girl tweets about pussy like it does not know her place, like it has an opinion on all the plastic she shoved into it, like her pussy is yet another ocean. Fat girl tweets about pussy like she used her mother's minimum wage to buy it a seat at the table. Fat girl takes up a whole seat at the table, gets stared at by fat men who have the audacity to ask her to lean back, to stand up and move, to breathe more shallow around them, like white is worth more than dark meat, like their metaphors have always been ready to consume her and still ask her to say thank you, ask her to move all that pussy, to close her legs and walk away so that their sons can step on the bones she leaves in her wake and sell the sound of cracking spines to the symphony. Fat girl's pussy is the symphony. How dare she hide that pussy? Is that pussy well-trained? Is that pussy going to behave? Kneel, roll over, who's a good girl now? Fat girl tweets about pussy because this time she means it. This time when she says no, you will hear it and listen. This time you will understand that the universe makes mistakes and they sound exactly like your name. Fat girl tweets about pussy and none of the men who slide into her DMs walk away with their self-destructive hunger intact because fat girl and her pussy refuse to be called dessert any longer. Fat girl tweets about pussy and it exceeds the word limit, has too much character, too few flaws, could start a religion if she wanted it. Fat girl tweets about pussy over and over again, grips it with two hands, plays house between her legs until coming down feels like coming home to cathedrals dripping with Elmer's glue and war paint built to the sound of the first time her mother ever said her name. Gracias.
Nisha from Canada.
It always surprises me when I hear that women aren't funny. After all, we know how to bend over backwards every time we are forced to take a joke. Know just how much pink you like to be tickled. Know how to punctuate your heavy breathing with the language of pleasure, even if it leaves us gagging. We have spent too many years playing the fool, juggling too many of your insecurities, swallowing too many swords, quelling fires with our voices, scorching throats when we should be screaming. Women are so used to playing games, so used to saying yes, of improvising at your demand, of keeping the scene going, even if it's all an act. So we keep laughing, keep giving, even when we are sick of staying in character. You see, comedy taught me that a man in makeup is funny, but a woman is just trying too hard to please you. This circus has made it easier for us to look like clowns than to be the ones laughing because humor has never been enough of a defense mechanism when the world is too busy to take you seriously. We are used to remaking ourselves for your pleasure. Our lipstick is our war paint, and we spend every day in battle because we have to. Us funny women, we are tired of defending ourselves with bruised arms from your slapstick comedy. Tired of using our last breath to inflate your ego, tired of our insides being made a joke. Our bodies are more than punchlines. What's too tightly wound is your fist. Our bodies are more than props to be stacked in storage. After the show, our bodies are more than backdrops painted purple for your grand productions. Our screams are more than sound effects. We are tired of clumsy stagehands pushing us into place again. I mean, you try laughing when your insides have curled upon themselves, ashamed of their thickness, disguised anxiety as laugh lines held arms to sides, tears in eyes, gasping at the joke they make our bodies. If anything, I am proud that women can't get over it. that our bodies remember the good parts so that we can show and tell you later, because I am sick of holding rage inside my ribcage to be played black and white like piano keys. Every time that you get bored, I am sick of velvet curtains being mistaken for body bags to keep us hidden in the wings, waiting for a chance in the spotlight. I have been on stage my entire life, and it's about time I started smiling.
Nisha
Patel, Canada.
Tell me again how unclean I am. Tell me how tainted is my touch. Tell me how my God doesn't want me to pray to him just because my uterus is preparing itself for his gift. Tell me that my bathing must be a ritual. Tell me why my body's sacrificial fluids render me untouchable. Tell me that I am more unsightly than Ganesha's elephant head, Mr. Remover of obstacles, great deity of wisdom, afraid of spoiled prayers that run like mice between his toes. Tell me I am more inhuman than Hanuman's monkey mouth, that my angry PMS eclipses the wrath of Shiva's third eye. My God is so self-righteous, thinking that my blood makes me impure, makes me unholy. The same blood he drinks from when he's thirsty for followers. You see, when my sisters bleed in secret and stealth, when they huddle in cold cowsheds atop Hindu mountains, shoving mud between their legs and straw beneath their clothes, my God reveals himself to be a coward. He does not realize that when I bleed, his future bleeds with me. You see, my blood forges babies' bones, is the sweat on the brow of Mother Earth. My blood is the color of potential dreamers waiting to be birthed. My blood can only be God-given. Man forsaken, it needs no distance to remain divine. I am evidence that God tried to cripple us, to deny us, to discharge us from heaven. God so feared women that he tried to wound us. But our fleeing blood makes us stronger. Our rivers red, run resilient. My body knows loss, knows restoration, knows regeneration. It is a monthly revolution, and I am an activist leading a dripping red rebellion. Don't let me touch you now. You might catch being a woman. I mean, if you're lucky, you too will learn pain, fight fire inside yourself, and emerge 3,000 days later, more beautiful than before. So uncork my body like a fine wine. Offer me no unclean separation. Heed this battle cry of a new feminist generation. How the hell do we still fear menstruation?
Nisha!
Nisha Patel.